everyone, this is Sharmin Khan from Milky Way Art Design. Today I'm going to try something a tad bit different. For that, today I have a 12-inch by 12-inch wooden panel, and I covered the back with tape and I primed my surface. Now I'm going to paint it gold, and this is PBO or rich iridescent, and I think this color works really well because it gives you a nice coverage. I was using Deco Art 24K gold for another piece like this, but it did not do well. So yeah, PBO works really well, and I'm assuming if you're if you're thinking about cost, Michael's Artist Love should work well too, the gold one. So that's another paint you can think about if you're thinking doing something similar to this. Next day, my gold has dried. Now I am going to put on a layer of crackle ground, which is from Triad, and I can buy that product, or you guys can buy that product from Fluid Art Company. I'm supposed to shake it very well, which I did. Still, it never hurts to do a tiny bit more. So here we are. So now let me spread it out. I don't know if I added too much or not, so we'll see. I don't want too thick layer, so as this is my first trial, what I'm trying to do is just pour some paint on the surface, and I'm turning my surface different directions and trying to make sure that all the surface is covered with a thin layer of crackle ground. It's a too big of a surface, so I'm just going to spread it using my finger. Oops. Don't forget that we have golden underneath, so it's exciting to see what happens at the end when it dries. So this is my crackle ground. Then I have this Rust-Oleum green paint, spray paint, which I am to spray on top of this and see what happens. I saw Shelly Yurt use acrylic spray on her video, but I don't have them at my home at this point. So I'm using this enamel paint, which I already had at my home. So I'm going to use it and see how it turns out. Kind of nervous. I will let it dry and come back later. Our previous video, if you recall, I made this thin layer of resin, but it was still too thick for me. So this time I'm going to try to make a little bit thinner one because I want it to be more malleable. So the colors that I have picked today, this is Emerald from TLP, Lagoon from TLP, Submarine TLP, Mango TLP, and this one is Amaryllis from Color Art. All those pigments are mixed with resin. Now my time is ticking, and all I'm trying to do is create a thin drape of resin. So with all those different vibrant colors, and hopefully I would be able to change or mold the shape of the drape in a different way, just like the previous video if you saw it. To make sure that the layer is thin, what I'm doing is, you can see that all the colors that I'm layering, there are gaps in between. So later on, what I will do with a stick or something, I will spread these layers. So at the end of the day, it creates a thinner layer of resin. In this part, I'm going to fast forward the video and turn on some music so it can go faster. Otherwise, it's going to be an hour-long video. At this point, I'm done layering all my paints. Now I'm going to use a heat gun, first of all, to pop the bubbles and also to blend in all the colors together so it looks like a cohesive piece. So here's the problem I see. Even though I'm trying my best to make the layer as thin as possible, but because of the surface tension, the
resin is trying to gather in the center. So I'm not sure how successful I will be making the layer thin. Just in case if you are trying the same technique, please share with me the tricks if you are successful enough to make the layer even thinner. Especially you can see here in this corner, bottom right corner, even though I am blowing with the heat gun to spread the paint, it always goes back and gathers itself in the center.
So hello everyone, this is after 4 hours, and as you can see that it has gathered somewhat from that side, so I guess it is not that thin. So let me see what can we do, and I can show you how it looks like now. This time probably I needed to blow some bubbles here because I can see that I have some imperfections or some tiny bubbles there. Other than that, it looks nice. So let me remove my makeshift frame. So today I'm going to work on this 12-inch by 12-inch
Wooden panel.
You know what? I would not want to waste too much of the thing, so probably I would do some on the corner, not too much. Okay, so what I'm thinking, I'm going to use it for 2 separate canvases or wooden panels. So I would probably cut off at the center. I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to use it for 2 separate projects. See, this time, let me show you. Yesterday's was a tiny bit thicker than this is from yesterday, and this is from today, so it's a tiny bit thinner. And this one, as it's more than 12 hours, it's kind of hardened. This one is still soft because it was made just 4 hours ago. So what I'm thinking is I am going to only cover not too much, that's for sure. If it's like that,
If you are doing this draping method, couple of things you have to keep it in mind. You can bend it, but make sure when you bend it, it doesn't have very sharp corner, otherwise it will crack.
so I'm going to take this corner first to secure something. And I'm using the green masking tape. Remember, you plan to hang these on the wall at the end of the day, so you're making sure that it's not protruding on the corner.
You also have to make sure that the composition is right.
Now I'm going to take this side. And this is again all experiment. There is no rule for that. I'm just making it up as I go.
You have to make sure that whatever the shape you are trying to retain, you have enough tool to support the shape or to create the shape and let it stay like that, so it will dry accordingly.
So what I'm doing today is first securing the sides.
By the way, the wooden panel that I'm using today is just a mold. Once it hardens on this mold,
this
I
is
will take it off from here and put it on the actual wooden panel that I'm preparing.
I just need some folding effect. That's all I am looking for today. So I like it this way. So let's see if I can secure it somehow this way, and it'll dry that way. So what I'm gonna do is probably use some tape and secure it here. Okay, let me take some tape. So I'm probably going to leave it this way, and I feel like from yesterday's experiment I have way better understanding of how much I can fold, how much I can't. So it was a good practice yesterday, and still I'm going to finish yesterday's project once I get my other products shipped to me. So I'm going to tape it here as well, and we'll get back together after that. So let me fold it a bit. So this is one of my piece. The other one, let's work on that. So yesterday I put some crackle ground from Triad and used it on the wooden panel, and then I sprayed with what is it, Rust-Oleum gloss paint, which is green, deep turquoise actually. So, and it's still crackling. See, you can see that it crackled really nicely on this side, but still it's going on here. So I am hoping if I let it, so it's been 24 hours, I'll wait some more, see if I can get some more crackling, and then let me show you. Then I have this piece that, remember, I took it off and it looks, the back side looks like this. I am going to let it sit on top of here, and I would let you please comment what do you think about this, like as far as concept goes. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What is good about it? What is not good about it? Anyway, so again, I'm not going to put it on here because it needs to crack some more on this side. So I got rid of the tape from the sides. Now it looks very clean and neat. Now I am going to set it on top of this, and I am going to make sure, see, it was not, when it was drying, it was not sitting on the sitting on this board, and therefore it kind of bent. So I'm going to use hot glue gun and tape it. Let's see. By the way, I have to say the crackle ground dried beautifully. If you touch it, the feeling of it is so nice. It's really cool. Let me grab the masking tape, then I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. So as you can see, if I set it on top of the wooden panel, it does, if it's out on this side, that's okay, but on the side I want it to touch the side, so it will be more elevated. So what I'm going to do is use glue stick or glue gun tiny bit on the other side. Basically, I put some glue where the resin mold will touch the wooden panel, and I am using the masking tape to ensure that it really stays put together while it dries. So taping this side with the wooden panel. As I do that, you can see that this side went up, so I'm going to, I need more support here. I will probably glue it here as well. So I'm just looking for the contacts that it will touch the panel, and I'm putting some glue on that areas. And let's wait. And this is the end result. I am so ecstatic, so happy with the result that I got. And look at the combination of the crackle and the resin. I think they complement each other so much, and I love this idea. Please let me know what do you think, and please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Until next time, bye.